Well, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, what I'm going to be doing is installing a 30 amp 220 connect for my generator, because right now it is currently snowing and we're projected to get about 18 inches overall over the next 72 hours. So there's a good chance power will go out, and I need to do it now while I can and before the power goes out. So the first thing I want to do is take the cover off the panel to see where I need to come into so I can start preparing my drywall. I'm gonna have to go here. So I think my best bet is probably in the middle. So this right here is where the wire that we were looking at comes in. I think what I'm going to do is come over and down, maybe right in here somewhere, mount my box. But first I got to get a drywall saw. So this panel looks like we can take out pretty easily. Alright, so I got the hole cut, and I'm going to drill a small pilot hole through there so I make sure that I'm not going to be poking out anywhere I don't want to. So the wire that we're working with on this is 10 gauge, and it has 4 conductors in it. Maybe it should go down. Enough to go. I'm going to drill a pilot hole through the brick out here so I can kind of see where I'm going to be at. So with our drill through the outside, we should be able to go outside now and see it coming in. I can definitely feel the cold air. I'm going to cover that up just so I don't fill this room full of cold air. Let's see where we are. Perfect. We are just pretty good. See if it fits. Well, there we go.
Perfect. Now we'll go outside, mount our box, and do our connection, and then the outside is good to go, and all we got to do left is put it in here. Alright, so we got our anchors here. Hammer drill with bit. Let me put in a bigger size on this. Alright, so we have our wire through the wall, and now we're going to strip it back and divide all the wires on the inside into their own. So on this, your brass is always your hots, your green is always your ground, and silver is always your neutral light. So what I'm going to do is, since I got about 6 inches here, we'll shove it all back into the wall until just the tip of maybe a little bit of that outer rubber is showing, and then I'm going to silicone that. And then this is where we are going to have the cord go to our generator. I'm going to wrap, since this is outside and susceptible to water and moisture, things like that, and things you can write on it. Alright, so we got the cover on and got it installed. So now we need to go on the inside and hook up our wires to the breaker and put the breaker on. So now that we are back in here, I am going to keep that loop in there, and just as a service loop if we ever need more. Then we'll start feeding it through. I think we're going to come through this 1/2 inch or 3/4 knockout right there for our breaker. And then we've got to strip it back enough to get our neutral over. Hope you can see that. All right. So we got it stripped back, and now we need to hook our white onto our neutral. And that's better. So I'm going to kill the main breaker to do this. A lot of people are comfortable doing it hot. I'm not an electrician, so I'm just going to not do it live, and I'm just going to kill the breaker. Take me 5 minutes, and it's not going to have enough real lighting to show you. So I've kind of explained where it goes previously, so I'm just going to do it now, and I'll see you when I'm done. Alright, so we have our generator breaker on and ready to go. Only thing I have left to do is on my knockouts. I've got to take the two off for the generator and then label it. Alright, there you go. Got our description in there. I actually don't have a true breaker lock. What it is just something that physically keeps you from turning it on without having to unscrew it first. But I do have this just temporary lock. But I really appreciate you coming around and sticking to the end. If you would, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.